Hi, this is Marie. I'd like to share with you a little bit of Sumo Paint Morning Sunlight. So this is the image we're going to make. This is the original, and this is a little bit of sunshine added. So welcome to Sumo Paint, a free online painting and image editing application you'll find at sumo.fm. So here we go. For the original image, I went on this site called Wikimedia. The Wikimedia Commons has beautiful photos you can find with a search engine, and the source and the author are there, and you have the written permission from the author to share, to remix, under the condition you attribute the work to the author, which is fair. So in Sumo Paint, I will open from my computer this image. I saved into my computer. And first off, I'll make a little light on my screen, and I'll create a duplicate layer. And on this layer, I'll make a little adjustment. I'll choose curves and darken the dark colors, and lighten a little bit the lighter colors. So this is what it gives. So you see, this worked on the whole layer. Now I want to make a selection on part of the layer. So I created a new layer, transparent layer, and I choose the selecting tool to create a round selection. I'll press select and expand the selection, make it a bit bigger, okay, and I'll select feather to make it a more fuzzy selection, like that. Okay. Now if I apply an adjustment here, let's say maybe color balance, or color temperature. If I try to put it more yellow, nothing happens. So I cancel. See, that's because I was trying on the transparent layer. There was nothing to adjust there. So I'm selecting the other layer underneath, and now I try adjustments, color temperature, and push it towards the more warm colors, and see, it's working inside the selection. Okay, and if I add another adjustment, like brightness, I'll add a bit of brightness here and a little bit of contrast, and press OK. So now when I go to select and deselect, this is what it does. The adjustment was applied only inside the selection. So now I want to create another selection. So I create a new transparent layer, and I'm going to use the paintbrush. Select the flare, the biggest diameter, and opacity, and up to 100. So I'm painting with black, but it could be white or any color, doesn't matter. I'll select the pixels, see, and I'll choose the layer I want to apply the selection on. So I'll press adjustment, color temperature again, and pump up the warm colors in that selection. And adjustments, brightness. Pump up some brightness and a little bit more contrast. And click OK. So when I deselect, I get a little sun in there. Now I'll want some sun rays inside this layer. So I'll create another transparent empty layer, and I think I'll get rid of the two other transparent layers, put them in the garbage. I don't need them anymore. So in this new transparent layer, I select the gradient fill. Inside the gradient fill, I'll choose the black to transparent, or I can choose the white to transparent. Doesn't matter, any one of the both, as long as you have transparent pixels. Don't choose the black to white, it won't work. So then I'll choose the linear and trace like that. Try to get two nicely placed gradient rays. There, that's a nice place. Now I don't want rays everywhere in a picture, so I will erase. Choose the eraser. To erase, maybe choose a softer brush here to erase the rays I don't want. I'll stabilize this here, and I'll diminish the opacity and flow to have a really soft eraser to go lightly. And I won't want the rays to touch the sides of the picture, so I will erase it there. And I don't want the to touch the pelicans. I don't want them blurred. I'll be applying a blur, and I don't want the pelicans blurred. And I'm taking out the rays on the extremities of the picture and above the sun too, because the rays come from the sun. So I'm going very lightly here to have a gradual selection. Usually you do that with masks, but Sumo Paint doesn't have masks yet. So this is a way to imitate the effects of masks in Sumo Paint. Almost done here. I'm a little picky, so bear with me. So now I'll select the pixels there and choose the layer where I want to put the selection on, and I'll choose filters, blur, the linear blur, and take this out of the way to see what happens. And I'll click on lighten. See, the effect is happening in the selection. So I can play with the quality. See, this makes them small, and these makes them bigger lights. So this is nice. I click OK. So when I click on select and deselect, There you have the rays. So these are some tricks I've used to make more controlled, gradual selections so I can apply adjustments and filters exactly where I want them. Playing with lights can enhance a composition. In this case, I have my two principal elements. The eye will go from the sun to the pelicans. So this is the original image, and this is the manipulated image. See again the original image and a bit of sunlight in the image. I hope to see you in our friendly Sumo community. So have a nice sunshine day.